Hey, what's going on everyone? So today I wanted to do a quick video showing you some of the games that I bought for my Switch collection in the past few months. Now back in July I made a video talking about why I wanted to start collecting for the Switch again, and one of the reasons was that I'm a big fan of handhelds and portable consoles, and the Switch just seems like a bit of a successor to the Vita, which I also collected. Now in this video I'm not going to recommend any of these games because there are some that I still haven't played yet, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about the games that I got and also talk to you about why I got them. Okay, so if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more gaming videos from me, and we have a Discord server, so come along and join us there, and I'll leave a link in the description below. So before I get into the games that I purchased in the last 4 or 5 months, let me go over the rest of my collection just quickly, and we'll start off with the consoles. And I've got a regular Switch here. Now this has the green and pink Joy-Cons, which came with the Mario Party bundle, and that bundle was about 100 Australian dollars, which is about 70 US. So I thought that was a really good deal. But the Switch, it originally came with the red and blue Joy-Con, so that was the neon Joy-Con, neon console. I bought that during the Christmas of 2018. So I typically like to wait a little bit so I can get a deal or a bundle, and so I got this with about $100 off, so I thought that was a pretty good bargain. Now from the end of 2018 to the middle of 2021, we really only had 10 games for the Switch. We only played 3 games really. We played Mario Party, Smash Brothers, and Mario Kart. And we're really happy with that. We didn't really feel like we needed anything else. Every time the kids wanted to play something on the Switch, they'd always want one of those games. So if they didn't want anything else, I was pretty happy to just leave it like that. But come the middle of this year, I really felt like I wanted to play Animal Crossing with the kids, and I felt like to do that properly, I needed to get a second Switch. So you can play multiplayer on the one Switch console for Animal Crossing, but you have to share the screen. And if you have a second Switch, you can have your own separate island for that second player, and that way you can visit each other's island. So I thought that was the better way to play it, so I decided to get a second Switch. And second of all, you know, when I start to really want to collect a console, I like to have a backup console as well. So that is also why I purchased a second console. In July, I ended up getting the Switch console, and I got another 10 games for the system because I wanted to pick up some games that I really wanted to get for the system. And I made a video about that already, so you can go and check that video out for those games that I purchased then. Okay, so let's talk about the games that I purchased since that video. So this is the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, which is part of the Phoenix Wright series of games. Now just quickly, this is Phoenix Wright Trilogy, Phoenix Wright 1, 2, and 3, which were games on the DS. And this version is only available, the physical version is only available in Asia and Japan, I believe. And it does have the Japanese and English subtitles on it, so you could pick it up if you wanted to. I don't believe there's a physical version in the US and Europe, but correct me if I'm wrong, but it's available on the digital e-store there if you wanted to get that. But let's go back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and this is 2 games that were on the 3DS that only came out in Japan, and that came out a few years ago now. So they finally decided to do a bit of a remaster or remake. The 3DS game is now actually ported over to the Switch, and so they've obviously made a lot of adjustments there. Now this is also set a couple of 100 years ago, so this is like in the 18th or 19th century in London. So this is Phoenix Wright's, I guess, great-great-grandfather or an ancestor. And now also there's a jury instead of a judge, so that's really cool. You have to convince the jury to acquit whoever you are defending. So anyways, I'm pretty excited about this, and it's still sealed, so I haven't gotten through it. I'm waiting to finish this one off first before I get into the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. And also I don't have that many VNs on Nintendo Switch, or visual novels, and the Phoenix Wright series has always been a pretty good like halfway house between a visual novel and a sort of like puzzly game. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this one. This is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Now, I bought this because as a family we were watching the Olympic Games, so I thought this would be a good game to get. But we actually ended up watching the Olympic Games more than playing this game. This is a fine game. I don't think there's anything really wrong with it. The only thing I will say is that I generally prefer to play multiplayer games if we don't have to split the screen up in the split screen, except for Mario Kart, which is fine. But aside from that, generally I like a full screen. So a lot of the Mario Party games are really good like that. With this, there are quite a few events that have to be played in split screen, which is not perfectly ideal, I guess. It's okay. That's not the reason why we didn't play this. We just didn't play it because we didn't have time. This is one thing that you have to think of if you're getting this. It's fine, but I think there are better multiplayer games out there. Okay, so I've got here Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. And this is yet another collection of games. So this has Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3. And I believe there's a fourth one, but I've forgotten what the fourth game was. Now, Ninja Gaiden 1 and Ninja Gaiden 2, I've actually purchased a couple of times before already. So I got Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox, but I also have it on the Vita, Ninja Gaiden Sigma. And I also have Ninja Gaiden 2 for the 360 and the Vita. And both times I meant to play them because this is my style of game, but I just always never found time to. So I finally decided, because the physical is only available in Asia, I decided to pick this up while I'm here. I really have to beat it this time, otherwise I'm just a complete idiot for wasting my money every single time. So I'm definitely going to play this in some way. Even if I just play and beat Ninja Gaiden 1, I have to beat at least one of these games. Okay, So this is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, and as you can see, I really like these collection of games, or 2-in-1, 3-in-1 packs. Originally I had Tony Hawk 2, 3, and 4, but I believe I sold them all off, which I really regret because they were really awesome games. But I never played 1, and so this is really the first time I played 1. The levels seem a little bit simplified or a little bit smaller, which I understand because it was the first game. Even still, it's still tough for me to play this. This is really a gamer's game, and so it's a tough game to play, especially getting those high scores. You gotta like keep trying and trying again to get the right lines and the right jumps and the right grinds. So yeah, that's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Okay, so the next two games I'm going to do together, and that's because it's Atelier Ryza 1 and 2. And honestly, I don't have too much to say, except I believe I got 4 or 5 Atelier games on the Vita, and I never ended up playing them. And I really regret that because it was basically a waste of money. Now, you might be asking, why am I then going to buy Atelier games on the Nintendo Switch when I could just go back to the Vita and play them? And you're absolutely right. I need to go back and play the Vita games, but because I really like to collect physical versions, I figured these were probably going to be really hard for me to pick up later on. And so I decided, okay, I will just buy these 2 Atelier games. I don't know if they'll make a Ryza 3, but if they just made 2 of them, I'd be more than happy to keep those. I probably won't get the other Atelier games on the Switch unless I beat these 2. As it stands, I'll just get these 2 Atelier games to play sometime down the track. And that looks like a download code for something, I don't know what. So this is Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, yet another 2-in-1 pack, and you might be asking me, why am I buying this for 40 bucks when I can just buy the iOS version for like $3 when it's on sale? And I already have those. I also have the PC version as well, and I didn't play either of those, which is really bad. I'm kind of like wasting money here. But I was really curious what the controls would be like on a portable device, especially when I'm really curious how it's going to play on Steam Deck if somebody ever does like a profile or controller profile for that in Steam Deck to match a Nintendo Switch. And the other thing, of course, is even if this comes out on the Steam Deck, I think I would prefer the form factor of the Switch more than the Steam Deck anyways. So I'm happy to play this on the Switch. Now, I only just really started this. The controls are pretty good, I think. So you control the character with the joystick, and as you're walking around, you're actually highlighting everything that you can interact with. So that's pretty cool. And also when you pause the action or the screen, you can actually use a mouse pointer to go around and click on things that you want to interact with anyway. So you got kind of like both options there. I think it's a little bit tricky, like to juggle pausing the action and then selecting a lot of different actions, but I have to play more to see if it gets more difficult. Okay, so this is Game Builder Garage, and I really just got this because my kids are really into programming, and the youngest one really loves Game Builder Garage. And he's just having fun putting tons of objects everywhere and just playing around and mucking around. He's not even building games really. He's just creating whatever he comes across in his mind. So he's having a ton of fun with that, and I also need to play it as well. Now, the only thing I will say is that it is a little bit light on content, at least from a perspective of like a lot of different modes and things like that. You really just have the interactive lessons there. So there's 7 lessons. They probably take all up about 5 to 6 hours to do. And once you do that, then it's just free programming. Now, the other thing is, of course, you can go online and play other people's games and share other people's games. So there's a lot there if you have the online. But I don't actually have the online yet. You need the Nintendo Online membership, which is $20. And I'm pretty much, I think I'm considering getting the $20 membership just so that we can share some games here. But that's Game Builder Garage. It's really fun, and I think if you have kids, then this is a game to definitely get them. So we had Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. So to complete the set, I had to get Planescape Torment, Icewind Dale. I don't know when I will actually get around to playing this because Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 will probably take me 100 hours anyways. But I decided to get this anyway because I thought it would be hard to pick up later on. Not that this will ever go away, because I'm sure on the next platform we'll also get this as well, but I wanted a physical of this anyway. Alright, finally we have Big Brain Academy, Brain versus Brain. This is a new game that's come out in the last few days or so, and I played this on the DS a long time ago, but obviously it's not the same game now. This is the brand new Nintendo Switch version. We've had a few hours of this already. I think it's okay. It's just that I do feel like it's a little bit light on content, and they did spread themselves out a little bit too thin. So for example, we played the multiplayer quite a bit, and there's really not that much to do aside from challenging the other person in 2-player, 3-player, 4-player mode. And you either have spin the wheel, which is basically random activity, and you can choose the activity that you want to play. So really they're the only 2 modes. I wish there was some sort of like board game mode, kind of like Mario Party, but there's really not that much there. There's also a single player mode as well, where you can do the activities, and if you do well, you get coins, and then you can use that to unlock stuff as well, like things for your avatar. But aside from that, okay, it's $30, so it's not that expensive, but I do wish there was some more stuff in it. And also with the multiplayer, it's not split screen, so you're all sharing the one screen, which is really cool. So if you like that, yeah, Big Brain Academy is a pretty fun game if you have a family and you have a number of Joy-Cons that you can all use together to play this. Okay, so that's going to be it for this one. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.